If you know the way broadly, you will see it in all things. There's a little bit of a problem with that concept, and the problem is, how do you get to know the way broadly? Jiu Jitsu is a simple, straightforward, practical representation of the way. If you think about what Jiu Jitsu has in it, right? It has offense, it has defense, it has flanking, it has conservation of energy, it has deception, it has attack, it has concentration of effort, it has position, improving your position, it has maneuvering, it has placing baits and using feints, and always keeping your base and keeping your balance while at the same time trying to upset your opponents. Now, everything I just said, you could use that for combat, for tactical situations. You could also use it in business. You could use it in interactions with other human beings as you maneuver through human nature and how you interact with it. And there's psychological elements inside of jiu-jitsu as well that are reflected. Humility. You're gonna get humbled by jiu-jitsu. And at the same time, dichotomy, you're gonna gain confidence. You're gonna know the truth. You're going to know where you actually stand. You know, it's not, you're going to get a belt, but that belt, it only represents, it doesn't fully represent the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is the truth. And in jiu-jitsu, you know the truth. You're going to be vulnerable. You're psychologically, you're going to learn about tenacity. You're going to have to have grit. You're going to have durability. You're going to have stability. And as I trained jiu-jitsu and I garnered a better understanding of jiu-jitsu, I started to have a better understanding of the way.
Good morning, everyone. It's the beginning of February. With family here, we took some time. Then, New Year's, my wife and I get COVID, and well, needless to say, we spent a couple weeks sick. For us, it was a mild flu. I had one day where it was bad, but I've had flus that are much worse. Then after that, I had a lot of muscle soreness and fatigue, and the fatigue has taken a while. My sense of smell has been off. It's getting better, but it was off for a while. And that was it. My wife was even better. Here I'm thinking she's the one that's going to have a problem. She had almost nothing. It was enough to say that you could tell she was sick, but she didn't have real problems. So needless to say, everybody in our house has recovered fully, and we're all good to go. Unfortunately, having the coof got me off my training schedule. I had to take several weeks off from jiu-jitsu, and when I went back to jiu-jitsu, I had to start slow. The fatigue just was a lot worse than I thought. I only had a minor flu, but the fatigue just did not go away. I've got a tournament in 3 weeks, so I really need to get myself back into shape. Before we got sick, I was going to do a 5 reasons why you need to train jiu-jitsu in 2021 video. And, well, it's still 2021, but it's not the New Year's Eve video I was planning on making. We're a month late, but we're still going to talk about the 5 reasons why you should train jiu-jitsu. If you've got medical situations, understand, I have a bad back. I've got a very bad back. I've got multiple disc herniations, compression fractures, you name it, my back is bad. And I still train. Also understand, I'm 50 years old. So I've got a bad back and I'm 50. And I train. I've been training for about 16 months. I have 4 stripes on my white belt. So take that for what it's worth. I am still a white belt though. I started at 59 in very bad physical condition. I did lose weight before I started training. I didn't say to myself, I'm going to start training when I lose weight. I lost weight when we still lived in Jamaica. And we moved here. And after we bought this house and the kids started school, I found a gym. If you have a bad back, if you have medical conditions, Jiu Jitsu may be the best thing for you. My pain doctors, I talked to them before I signed up for Jiu Jitsu. And I said, look, I was thinking about training Jiu Jitsu. My doctor said, that's a great idea. I thought she was crazy, but she was right. So, let's talk. First reason. It's a great cardio workout. You may run. Let's say you are in good health. Let's say you are not like me and I spent 15 years or more doing no cardio, ever. In fact, I barely got out of bed half the time. I was in really bad shape. And when we were in Jamaica, I had 10 acres. I didn't do any of the work there. We had people that did all the work. I supervised. I was, I literally sat in a chair under a tree. So it's not like I did a lot. My physical conditioning was terrible. But when you train Jiu Jitsu, it's amazing how your cardio improves slowly over time. And there's nothing like it. A couple people I know, it's a couple, husband and wife. She's active duty still, he's retired military. These people are in great condition. They're in great condition. And she said to me, she loves it because no matter how much cardio she does, there's nothing like the cardio she gets on the mats. It's super high intensity, it's explosive, there's nothing like it. So for your health, to build up your cardio, get on the mats. Morning, boy.
Good morning, Daddy.
Come say hi. Come here. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. You feel good this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, go ahead. I was hoping to get this done before the kids got up, but not today. All right, look, the next reason, being able to think under pressure. This is something that you can learn. It's really, every one of us can think better under pressure. When you're rolling with someone who's 40 pounds heavier than you, half your age, and they're applying pressure, you learn to think because you cannot panic. In the first few months, I spent most of it just panicked. I completely lost. But over time, you learn to think. And that translates into every other aspect of your life. The ability to think under pressure is so important in so many different ways that when you start to train Jiu Jitsu, you start to realize you can think under pressure. And if you're already in a position where you think under pressure well, train Jiu Jitsu. You will be put in positions where you must think under high stress, high pressure situations, and it will train you even more effectively. I've been making this video in between my workouts. So when I do a set, I take a break, come here, and I just realize what I look like. But it's the way it is, guys. It's who we are. Third reason you want to train Jiu Jitsu is community. The great thing about Jiu Jitsu is you all have a common goal. And you're going to meet people from every walk of life. But you're going to have this bond, this Jiu Jitsu bond. And there's nothing like it. There's at my gym, we got a bunch of kids. I say kids, literally high school kids. And then a bunch of other kids in their 20s, but frankly, they're kids to me. You had everything from local cops to federal agents to lawyers to you name it. And you're all doing something You're all headed towards a common goal, and you're all working hard together. And that's how you form strong bonds in community. When we moved here, I knew family. That's it. My father lives a few miles down the road. My mother lives a little less than 100 miles away. And that's all we knew. We only knew people, family. So the people in my jiu-jitsu gym have become family. So if you're moving to a new area, go to jiu-jitsu. You're going to meet solid people. Reason number 4 is confidence. There's something to be said about knowing you're able to handle yourself in pressure situations. Knowing that you can think under pressure. Knowing you have the ability to handle yourself if need be. Building your confidence is just one of those things. It's hard to explain the benefits, but everybody knows the benefits. If you've got more confidence in the things you do, you can go farther under less stress. So by putting yourself into the stress of training jiu-jitsu and pushing yourself into that fire, you're building your own confidence. Pretty girl's up. So everybody's up now. Again, so much for getting this done before the kids get up. Say good morning.
Morning.
All right. The number 1 reason, or the 5th reason, that you want to train jiu-jitsu is it's fun. It really is a lot of fun. You're going to work hard, you're going to sweat, you're going to challenge yourself in ways you didn't think you could. And you're going to enjoy it the whole time. It takes time. But it's worth it. It will literally change your life. It's hard to explain. But go, have fun, enjoy it. Let the process happen. Right?
Yeah.
And if you've got kids and they don't train, you should bring them to train too. Right? What do you think?
Jiu-jitsu is very, very fun.
It's very, very fun. So, this one, what's your favorite thing?
Sparring.
Sparring? Okay. See? The sparring. Just the bonds. She's got her best friend is in jiu-jitsu. Bring your kids to jiu-jitsu. Bring yourself to jiu-jitsu. Show your kids that they can do it by doing it yourself. Get after it, guys. So that's it today, guys. God bless. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.